evening, and welcome back to a corner of my living room. So as I mentioned in my last video, we're going to be talking TV and streaming today. So with the arrival of Disney Plus, and obviously there are other streaming services available at the moment as well, and obviously different TV services, I thought we would have a look at a few of them and see what we sort of, or what, not what we, but what I think of them. So first of all, here we have, I don't know how much going to pick this up, but we have Amazon Prime. Now, if you do a lot of shopping on Amazon, I think Amazon Prime is quite good because obviously you get the free speedy delivery with it. But if you take that off and just look at it as a TV subscription service, I mean, I'm subscribed to it at the moment purely because I wanted to watch one show, which obviously if you go back to my last video you'll know. I mean, with Prime, it does have some of its own shows. I don't think content-wise it's really quite as good as any of the other services at the moment. It seems to be lacking behind a little bit, although they have taken on some sport and things. So obviously depending on what kind of sports and things you like, then it's got one over on Netflix there. Whether or not that's enough to make it worthwhile, I'm not so sure. I mean, it, like I say, it does have some good content on it. I mean, navigation wise, it is fairly simple, but to be fair, I prefer the layout of both Disney Plus and Netflix, but we'll come to that in a bit, because they have their stuff down the side as opposed to across the top, and I don't know why, I just think that works better. I can't really explain why I think it works better, it just seems to. One of the things that really does annoy me though about Amazon is, although you have got, you probably can't see that on there, it said included with Prime, Amazon Originals and Exclusives, so that's sort of obviously their own stuff that they've made or are making. But you can often search for things and it will be on there, but you will then have to pay extra for it to either rent or buy it because it doesn't come as part of your Prime. And that's one of the things that just drives me mad. I think if they're going to offer a TV service, they should split it. They should have, look, this is all the stuff here is what you get, and then so you can just literally flick through anything that's not going to cost you any more money, and then this is the stuff that you can buy basically. It's kind of what Sky do, because they have Sky Store, but yeah, well maybe we'll talk about that later. But yeah, from that point of view, it really does annoy me sometimes when I think, oh great, they've got that, and then it's like, you can rent this for this much. It's like, well, it's when I log on to something, I want to be able to just watch what I want and it not cost me any more if I'm already paying for the service. Now, I mean, Amazon Prime is $7.99, or I think just under sort of £80 a year. I think it's like 75 or 79. I can't remember. I did look earlier, and it's completely gone out of my head. But it's something like that. Now, if you look at it, if you buy a lot from Amazon, and then obviously you use the TV and music with that, I would say it probably is good value for money. I think if you, like me, you don't buy a lot from Amazon, and you've got, I mean, I have Spotify, so I don't use Amazon Music, although I know Spotify is more, but we're not talking about music streaming today, we're just talking about TV. I think probably a price around the Disney Plus price would be better, sort of the $5.99, £50 or £50 a year. I know their £50 a year offer was sort of introductory, so I'm not sure what it's going to go up to. But I think if they put it up too much, again, they're going to kind of fall into the same boat as Amazon, where, although because Disney owns so much, it's going to have a massive catalogue as it adds more and more things. I think it could risk being just a bit too expensive. So Yeah, I mean, Amazon Prime, it is good. I think it'd be better if it was a couple of pounds cheaper a month or slightly cheaper for the whole year. Like I say, I can see the benefit though. If you buy a lot of stuff from Amazon, then it's going to save you a lot of money on postage. So in that respect, if you look at it for both things, then it probably is value for money if you're obviously getting that use out of it. But I think if it's just purely for TV, which is why I generally don't subscribe to Amazon Prime, it's because for me, I just don't think it's value for money for what use I make or what use I would make of it. Because I don't really order that much from Amazon. I mean, how long have I had Amazon Prime? Let me think. I've had it for about 2 or 3 months. So I paid $7.99 over what? Well, let's say 4 months. And because I've recently gone to cancel, it tells you how much you've saved, and I've saved $16.99 on postage, but I've paid more than that anyway. So yeah, for me, it's not for me personally, and I think for someone who doesn't do a lot of shopping on Amazon, it's not value for money until they get this better and they get some more stuff on there that's included in your package. I mean, obviously, like I say, they do have the sports, but I don't think they have enough yet to warrant the charge either. So I think as they get better at it, it probably will be worth the money. Because I mean, $7.99 or 70, £80 a year isn't really that much if you think about it. But I just think for the moment, although despite the fact it has been going a while now, I just think it's still a little bit too much for what you're getting. Like I say, especially if you're not doing a lot of shopping. So that's Amazon Prime. So obviously the big sort of streaming service is Netflix, and boy did Blockbuster make a mistake when they didn't buy it. Rest in peace, Blockbuster. Rest in peace. I remember you fondly. I used to like going to Blockbuster. Don't know why. One of those just strange things. Just, yeah. But anyway, moving on. It has gone the way of the dodo. Now Netflix, I think out of all the streaming services, Netflix does it best. It's got some really good original content. Yes, okay, it's missing out. It doesn't have any sports, but I don't think really Netflix needs sports. I like the menu system. I like the way it's divided up. I think that works better than it does on Amazon Prime. I like the fact that you can just go straight to the side and you've got your accounts, your My List, TV programs, and you've got some selection things in there. If you just go back to home straight away. What's that? So why have I been Oh no, it's trending. I thought I had been recommended something now, but you continue to watch. I do think that the layout of well that's interesting. Sorry, just seen something that's popped up, but ignore me there. 600 grand, by the way, that's very good. But the one thing that I like about Netflix, and none of the other services do, is you get this. You move on to something and you get a nice little preview there, and I think that's brilliant. I think that's one of the best parts of the service. If you just scroll down something else, Kingsman: The Secret Service, and then you get your preview, and that's good because it means you don't have to start watching something. If you look at it and you think actually no, that's not for me, you can skip ahead and have a look at a preview of something else. So I think that's a feature that other people need to start looking at, because it is very good. It is very good. Overall, I think the way that Netflix works as well seems to be smoother than the Amazon site. The Amazon one can be a bit clunky.
Here's the top search result.
My phone seems to have picked me up. I don't know why. Very strange. Sorry about that. I'd even put it on silence as well, which I don't normally do. I normally forget. Crazy phones can mind its own. But yeah, no, I think Netflix has got some really, really, really good original content, and it seems to be very good at making its own shows. It's also obviously gets a lot of stuff in as well. It's got a lot of old films, it's got a lot of current films. It's a smoother operation. It offers 4K. I think the menu system, like I say, is better. I like having the options down the side as opposed to the top as well. I just think that works better. So yeah, I just think overall Netflix is a much slicker streaming service than Prime, and out of the two I would have Netflix any day. Pricing wise, there's 3 pricing points for Netflix. Now the last time I checked it was $5.99 for the basic, $8.99 for the HD, which gives you 2 screens, and then $11.99 for the 4K version, which gives you 4 screens. Now, I do pay for the top one. I pay $11.99 for the 4K version because I have a 4K TV, and I just wanted something that was in 4K because when I had my old Skybox, that was just HD. So it's like I want something in 4K. So I upgraded to that. Now, price point wise, I don't think the price point is necessarily bad for Netflix. I think they should do away with the bottom tier maybe and reduce their 2 top ones down a little bit. So I think overall this is probably a little bit pricey in those 2 areas. I don't think anyone nowadays really should be charged extra for HD. You know, we're living in a land where we've got 4K and things like that. You know, and I think charging now for HD is a bit obscene. And you know, Netflix aren't the only people that do it. Sky charge for HD. I don't know about Virgin. I'm not sure about BT either. But I just think a charge for HD is ridiculous in sort of nowadays, when every telly is HD. Let's face it. You get a lot of HD channels with Freeview in that now as well. We get HD through the BBC. Why are companies charging you extra for HD? So I think they should really bring their middle tier down one and the top tier down one, and just get rid of the bottom tier, the $5.99 tier, and make that just like, well, not get rid of it, but make that HD, and then make basically what they charge for HD, the 4K version, and you know, I think that would give better value for money for customers. Obviously, you know, all of these companies have got to make money. You know, we accept that, but it's when that teeters over the edge of being, is it truly good value for money? Now, yes and no. You know, I mean, I don't think either of them, like I say, are massively overpriced. I just think they could be a little bit more competitive on the pricing. I mean, like I say, I mean, I admit, I wish it was cheaper. You know, I'm not entirely sure it's worth $11.99, but that's the price it is, so that's the price I have to pay. I suppose if everybody tomorrow stopped paying, it would change, but let's face it, it's not going to happen. So, but overall, Netflix is a smooth operation. It's got good content. It's got a good menu system. Obviously, at the moment, the 4K isn't quite 4K, I don't believe, because I think all of the streaming services have toned down the levels that they're getting. Although I'm pretty sure I'm still paying for 4K. May have to ask them about that, because if they have taken it down because of the internet traffic during, obviously, our isolation, but they're still charging for it, that's a bit naughty. So something to query there. See, these things. I bet no one else has thought about that. Maybe you have, I don't know. But yeah, so Netflix, you know, if we were going to give them ratings, I'd probably say that sort of Prime is a solid 6.5 out of 10, and I would say Netflix is probably an 8.5, 9 out of 10. I think there are still little tweaks that could be made to just give it a bit more, but there's always tweaks that can be made. So yeah, on to the new kid on the block, Disney Plus. It's only just come out. And here's a nice tip for you: if you are with O2, have a look at your rewards, because they're giving you £2 off your phone bill at the moment if you're a pay monthly customer, or if you're taking out a new contract with them on either a tablet or phone, you can get 6 months free. Now, I don't know if that offer is available to everybody, but it is available. It is out there, and that's with O2. Now, Disney Plus is the new kid on the block. Now, Disney has a lot of content because they own, like I said earlier, so much. You've got all the Marvel stuff, you've got Star Wars, excuse me, you've got Pixar, you've got Disney. So there's a lot on there. Now, content-wise, it's not bad at the moment. I think there could be more, and I think obviously as time comes along, there will be more. Now, in its sort of setup, it's very similar to Netflix in the way it's laid out. You've got your menu system down the side, so again, I like that. It's quite easy to navigate through. So you've got your recommended, your originals, because you've watched, sort of similar to Netflix. You've got hit movies, original content, but what you can do as well is, what is nice, when you go up to the top, you can select what you want to watch, as in what category. So you've got Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic, because they own that as well. So if you want something from a particular area, you can narrow. You can basically click on one of these, and it will just show you all the Pixar stuff, or all the Disney stuff, or all the Star Wars stuff, or all the Marvel stuff, and cut everything else out. So that is a really nice touch. What it doesn't do, unfortunately, is when you are looking at things, it doesn't, like Netflix does, give you the preview in the background. What I've found so far with this, it's difficult to talk picture quality, because I know picture quality is being reduced at the moment by a lot of places, just because of the amount of internet traffic, because of the isolation. The menu system so far has been pretty good. It's been a little bit temperamental at times, but for the most part it's been pretty smooth. There's not been really too many interruptions or anything in the service as well, which is good, because obviously it's a new service. There is going to be technical glitches. It's an inevitability that there's going to be technical glitches. It's, you get it with anything that's new, basically. Content wise, it's pretty good. It does need more content. I'm not going to lie, it does need more content, but what's on there is enough to keep it going for now. I mean, the thing is, like, I swear to God, I'm like a 12-year-old girl sometimes in my TV viewings, because I like all the Marvel stuff. I love Star Wars and stuff, but I've been watching The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, which was good. I didn't know they did a film. I watched the film. I'm currently watching Hannah Montana as well. And what else did I watch? I watched Austin and Ally as well. Don't even, just shush, leave me alone. I like childish things sometimes. It's nice to just watch something that's fun and stupid, and you just chill out. And going back to what I was saying in my previous video, because when I'm watching things, I'm always thinking about, how has it been perceived and things in the past. And I've looked at some of the reviews for some of the things that I've watched that I've just mentioned there, and there's like adults and things reviewing it. Well, this is terrible. It's a kids program. What do you expect? It's not going to be Einstein, is it? Grow up. Bum bum. It's just like some of the comments and things, and I'm reading them and thinking, it's a kids show. It's a light, stupid entertainment show. It's not supposed to be serious. It's not supposed to be taken seriously. It's supposed to be stupid. That's the whole point. That's why I enjoy watching them, because you can just sit there and watch it, and it's just funny, and you can enjoy yourself and relax and chill out. It's just like, look, if you're just gonna like absolute bollocks, shut up. Don't bother. If you've got a genuine criticism, if you think something was genuinely bad for some strange and weird reason, or whatever else, then fair enough. But if you're just going to run and say, well, this is just stupid and blah, blah, blah. It's a children's show, or it's a film. It's like, when people watch films like, well, that wouldn't happen in real life. It's a film! Anyway, rant over. Disney Plus. I like Disney Plus. I'm sure there will be more content coming soon, but like I say, with what's on there at the moment, it has only just been released. It's enough to keep you going. It's enough to tide you over, that's for sure. Now, pricing wise, I know they had an offer of about £50 for a year, but I know that was advertised as an introductory offer, so what it's going to be, I'm not sure. I know currently it's £5.99 a month, which I don't think is a bad price. You can have it across 4 screens with that as well. I'm not entirely sure what, because I'm with O2, so I've taken up an offer on O2 because I've just actually ordered a new tablet. So that's one of the reasons why I've got it. I mean, and I probably will continue with it after my sort of 6 months offer has ended. No, I mean, it's got enough on there. I lost my train of thought there for a second, I'm sorry. I mean, like I say, yeah, I probably will keep it on afterwards. I think at the moment it's well priced. Obviously, depending on what they do with the pricing going forward, is going to, you know, what they do content-wise is going to be a big decision about, you know, sort of certainly whether I keep it or not. I'm a boy of limited funds. But so far I like it, and it's good. It's got some really good shows on. It's got some good films on, and it's got some things like gummy bears on it, which I used to watch when I was a kid. It's just like it's just taking you back. It's great, and like you flip through things and you forget that there's certain things that you've seen, or you didn't even realise they were like Disney films, because I've been flipping through stuff and go, oh my god, I can't believe that's on there. I can't believe that. It's great. So I'm quite excited about this. I quite like it. It needs more content. I would give this an 8 out of 10 just because it does need some more content adding to it. But overall, I think the price is pretty much right. The menu system and the way everything is working is pretty much right. And the content is reasonable. It's reasonable. It is, like I say, it does need some more. But I think it's in a good starting place. So if they keep this up, everyone else needs to watch out, because they're only going to improve. And given the size of Disney, you know, it could potentially put some other people out of business. So yeah, that is where we stand with Disney. Now, there is going to be a longer version of this video. This is going to be I'm going to finish here for this particular one, because I can't yet give the full version of this video. I will explain why another time. So in the meantime, I hope this has helped you pick a streaming service that's suitable for you, and I thank you for your time. Obviously, there are other TV services out there, and they will form part of the longer video when we get to that. But for now, thank you for your time, and if you are interested or you have any opinions on the streaming services we spoke about today, do drop a comment, and thanks a lot.
Jet plane headed up to the sky, spread wings and the clouds getting